you can go both legs out, try to pull your legs apart a little bit. Hold it for a couple more seconds. And great. Okay, everybody, on your feet, finding position. We always start off with our right foot back. For no particular reason, that's just where we start. So some class I might surprise you, we'll start off with our left foot back. But today we're going to go right foot back. Means left foot's in front, left hand's in front. So we're going to start off with our typical jab that we do every class, okay? So the jab again, think of the jab as coming from your shoulder, pushing. And then make sure you come back to a good fighting stance, okay? So it's going to be about quarter speed, it's going to look like this. Okay? About half speed is going to look like this. And then full speed, like that. Okay? Always coming back to good fighting stance. Because as we talk about when we focus on doing good technique. If we don't do the jab and come right back here to good fighting stance again, we get lazy, throw that jab out, and then just drop the arm. I've done two things. I've moved myself forward towards my opponent, and I put my guard down. Now I got a wide open target for somebody to attack me. So we want to stay body controlled, hands controlled with the technique. So here, back to fighting stance. Okay, so everybody's ready. Let's start off with our right foot back. So if our right foot's back and we're doing jab, that means we're going to punch with which hand? We're going to punch with our left hand because that's the leg that's in front and that's where the jab comes from. Okay, so everybody ready for that? Let's put this over here so you guys can see me. Okay, so I'm going to count off 10. So I'm going to do the counts kind of slow so everybody gets a chance to get back to where they need to be. So we want to focus on technique rather than speed. So you can throw the punch fast, but make sure you come back to your fighting stance. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, another thing I want you to focus on. A lot of people in class when we're teaching, I noticed you have a bad habit of taking your thumb and wanting to tuck it inside your hand. When you make a proper fist, this is not how you want to do this. Because if you have your thumb tucked in your hand and you punch something really hard, all that force is going against your thumb. And you're going to end up breaking your thumb or hurting yourself really bad. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your fist is tight. You want to wrap that thumb down in here. And what I want you to try to picture is these two knuckles right here being the point that's hitting. Not the whole hand. I want you to try to focus. Imagine in your mind these two knuckles doing the hitting. Okay? So now we should switch feet. Everybody should have their right foot in front now. So if your right foot's in front, move it so we can get everybody view here. It looks like I have trouble moving this thing. This bag is full of water. It weighs 250 pounds. It's pretty heavy. So you see me struggling moving it, that's why. Okay, so our right leg's in front. Our left leg is in back now. So if we're like this position, that means our right hand is going to do the jab. So the right hand is going to come straight out, straight back. Again, don't tuck your thumb in your hand. Tight fist, wrap your thumb down in here. Focusing on these two knuckles, the big knuckles. Okay, everybody ready? I don't know if we did one already or not, but we're going to start off at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, switch feet. Okay, like we talk about when we switch feet fast, okay? And that's going to be especially important today because some of the drills we're going to be doing today are going to be we're going to switch feet before we do the technique. Okay, I want to get you in the habit of switching feet fast and why it's important to switch feet fast sometimes when you're faced against an opponent. So right now, we switch feet fast. So we should have our left foot should be in front. Now we're going to focus on doing a reverse punch. Okay, first we did a jab, right? The jab is just a real quick, stunning shot. It's just coming from my shoulder real quick. That's what it's meant for, speed. The backhand, we're going to do a reverse punch with. And reverse punch is where power comes from because we're going to take our hip's going to rotate and push the punch through. And that makes a whole lot more power than we just doing this. So when you do this reverse punch, if you just throw the arm, you're not going to get much. If you come here and throw the hip, you get a whole lot more. So the punch is going to look like this. Backhand, just straight, and then back. Again, don't tuck that thumb in. And I know it's a hard habit to break because I see a lot of you, every time I come up to you, that thumb is tucked in. So please, just try to get in the habit every time you make a fist, make that tight fist, and tuck that thumb here on the outside. Okay, so right foot is back, left foot's in front, right hand's going to punch, reverse punch. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, what do we do? We switch feet fast, right? Okay, so now we're going to do that same technique, same punch. We're going to do it with our left hand. Left leg is back, right leg's in front, left hand, reverse punch, and back. Make sure you come back to that fighting position. Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and what do? We switch feet fast. Fighting stance, okay? So I know that we do these every class, right? I know that you're thinking, man, we do these every class. I'm getting tired of these. We do them every class because the only way you really perfect something is by doing it a bunch of times. I've been doing this martial art for 41 years, and I still do the same warm-up because I'm still trying to improve my jab. I'm still trying to improve my reverse punch. I'm trying to make everything better every day that I do this. So I know it seems a little bit repetitious, but we'll move on to other things. But I want us to be really good at the basics before we start moving up, okay? So now we're going to do a combination. So combination is more than one thing. So now we switched feet, so our left leg is in front, our right leg is in back. We already did the jab. So we're going to start off doing that. It's going to be a jab, back to fighting stance with that hand, and then the back hand, back leg is going to twist, reverse punch, and then back to fighting stance. So it's going to look kind of like this. I'll do it about half quarter speed. 1, 2, and then back to fighting stance, okay? Everybody got that? Okay, great. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good job. Switch feet fast. Okay, so we talked about how that right or that reverse punch has the power, right? And I told you earlier, this bag weighs 250 pounds, right? I was barely putting any power into those punches at all. And this bag was starting to dance across the room. So I'd have to keep moving forward to keep up with it. So that's what you want, is you want that pushing power. Once you get that pushing power, you want the snap too, like that. Bam! That's where the power is, okay? So let's just practice good technique for right now. So now, we're gonna start off, right leg's in front, left leg's in back, hands are up. Right hand's gonna punch first with the jab. Now we're gonna come reverse punch with the left hand. We got that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great job, everybody. So now we've done our combination with the jab and the reverse punch, both sides. Hopefully that felt good for you. Felt comfortable with it, okay? So now we're gonna move on to a very similar technique to the jab, but it's gonna be the back fist. And we talked about the back fist before. So the jab, we talked about, it pushes. The back fist is more of a whip. Think of this as a hinge, like a door opening. Right here and then back. This is jab push. This is back fist whip, like it's on a hinge. So it's just gonna be real quick. Again, make sure you have a good fist and your thumb is wrapped under, not like this. Okay? I want you to focus on these two knuckles right here. So the back fist is gonna come from here, just like that. Back to fighting stance, okay? So now, I'm gonna do something that we haven't done before on the television class, but we've done them in the schools before. We're gonna add a technique to this, okay? So rather than throwing a reverse punch, we're gonna do what's called a ridge hand. And hopefully y'all remember the ridge hand. I'll explain it again right now. The ridge hand, you're gonna take that thumb and you're gonna tuck it. And you're gonna try to focus on this part of your hand right here. So it's gonna come around like this. So this is a good technique as a follow-up from the back fist. Especially if you're sparring, we talk about stances in sparring a lot, right? Or in class. We talk about the walking stance, we talk about the forward stance, we talk about the fighting stance. But what we don't talk about is the open and the closed stance. I'm going to explain that before we go any further. So in an open stance, let's pretend that this is a person. And let's pretend that this person is looking at the TV screen, just like I am. We're facing them the same way. We call this an open stance. So if I switch my feet, my opponent's still looking at you, but I got my back to you now. So that makes a lot of difference on what techniques we're going to do if we're sparring somebody or if we're forced to defend ourselves in a fight. So I like to do this from what's considered the closed stance. So that means that I'm looking at you, my partner's facing this way. So I like to shoot that back fist out real quick, and then I like to bring this back fist in to the back of the neck area. A lot of soft tissue there, and you can really put a sting, almost like they stuck their finger in an electrical socket if you get hit with this thing. So it's a great combination for defending yourself because it's attacking the back side of your opponent. So if I try to do this in what we call the open stance, my opponent's looking the same direction I'm looking, that means his hands are here. So if I try to do this from here, it's real possible that he's going to see this coming. He's going to put his hands up and block it. But if I get him thinking about something else and I shoot him a quick back fist with a ridge hand, I have a really good chance of making this ridge hand hit its target. And that's what we want to focus on. Again, I don't want you to worry about speed. I just want you to worry about doing the right technique. So thumb's going to tuck in. This one's going to be a tight fist. Thumb's going to be here. So I want you to do back fist, bring it back, and then ridge hand. So see how I twisted my hip with the ridge hand? Ridge hand can make a lot of power. But again, you gotta tuck that thumb in. You wanna hit with this part right here, not with your thumb, okay? So we'll do the first few kind of slow. Everybody kind of get warmed up. So 1, back fist, back to fighting stance, ridge hand. Back fist, ridge hand. This will be number 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What we're doing is switch. We switch fast. Okay, so now my right foot's in front, right hand's in front. My right hand is going to be doing the back fist. So again, tight fist, thumb not inside your hand, outside, tucked in. Okay, so again, focusing on these 2 knuckles. You're gonna shoot out back fist, bring it back, ridge hand right here. Ridge hand, tuck your thumb in. You want to focus on hitting with this part of your hand right here. Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good job, everybody. Hopefully that ridge hand worked out for you good. I like the ridge hand a lot. I've had a lot of success with it in competition from that closed stance that we talked about. And again, difference between an open stance and a closed stance is we're still in a fighting stance, but my opponent in an open stance is facing the same way as me. So pretend like this guy is looking right at you. Now, if I want to switch to a closed stance, I switch fast. Now I have my back to you, so I'm facing my opponent in a totally opposite direction, correct? That's a closed stance. Okay? Make sense, everybody? Great. Okay, so now it's time for us to do some kicks. So everybody loves kicks. Let's start off with our right foot back, hands up. We're going to start off with our axe kick. And the axe kick we do all the time. You guys should be pros at this by now. But a couple things I want to focus on is the leg's going to come straight up, straight down. And because we're doing this as an exercise and a warm-up and a drill, we want to work on our balance. So that means if I'm starting right here, I want my foot to come straight up, straight down. And I would like it to land right where I started because that means that I have good control over my body and good control over the kick. So if I throw it and then can't put my foot back and land here, we want to work towards putting it right back. So you really like it to look like this. So I landed kind of right where I started. Okay, great. Second part of this is, if you're going to do this kick on an opponent if you're sparring, you want to hit with your heel. Because that's where the power is going to be. A lot of people will do this kick and they'll hit with their whole foot. I don't know if I can demonstrate it with this pad, but I'll try. So if I do it here, I probably can't do it. So if I drop it here like that, I don't want that. I want heel right there, as opposed to that. Heel is going to make the most power. So if I don't know how many of you have broke the boards before. We talked about this last class. If I asked you to break a board with an axe kick and you hit it with your whole foot, it's just going to make a big slapping sound. It's going to sting your foot. You're not going to break the board, and you're going to be upset. But if you drop that down and drive your heel through it, you're going to break the board because it's a lot of power coming down. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what we're going to do, rather than focus on power, we want to focus on getting a good stretch up high, keeping the leg straight, and bringing that leg right back and putting it where we started. So let's start off with our right foot back. Hands are up. Everybody ready? 1. Back to 5. 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, what we do when we switch fast. Okay, now our left leg is back. So that means our left leg is going to do the axe kick. So hands are up. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we know those what we do when we switch fast. Okay, so now we're going to move on to inside to outside crescent kick. You know, I talk about this every class I teach. Everybody confuses these all the time, and that's fine. We're all learning. So inside to outside means exactly that. We start from the inside and we go out, okay? So think about your back leg coming up, shooting out with a kick, hip coming all the way around and back to the fighting stance, okay? So it's going to be inside, going to outside. So if I was going to do that, my left leg is back in this instance, but I'm going to come straight up, kind of like that axe kick. So I'm going to whip it to the outside, and what I want to do is I want to try to land right where I started. Just like that, okay? Everybody got that? Okay, so don't worry about trying to go super high, especially I've said this a couple times, if you happen to be at home and you're wearing socks and you're working out on slippery tile, be very careful when you do these high kicks. Because what will happen is your stretch will get to the maximum of what you have for flexibility, and then I don't mean to laugh, but your foot that's on the floor a lot of times is going to slide right out from under you, and you're going to fall down and maybe smack your head on the ground. So just be real careful when you do this, okay? Don't force it higher than you can comfortably go, okay? So our right foot is back, our hands are up. We're going to do inside to outside crescent kick. So what it would look like if I was going to hit a target, I would come from here, inside to the outside, and the target would get hit just like that. Okay, that's the effectiveness or the use of this kick. Okay, so everybody has their right foot back, their hands up. Move this a little bit. I gotta hit it. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, what do we do? We switch fast. Okay, so now our left foot's back. Our left foot's going to do the kicking. So I talk about this also in class all the time, but I always like to repeat it. You're going to find when you do your kicks that one of your legs is probably going to want to do some of the kicks better than the other. That's fine. Almost all of us have one leg that's better than the other. And some of us are split like me. Some kicks are better with my left than my right, and some are better with my right than my left. It's just a mix. And I found that that's fine. I keep trying to improve my weak side all the time, but that's okay. As long as I got good kicks, the best that I can do, I can make that work based on changing my stance, like we talked about with that open and closed stance. So you can make the most out of the tools that you have, basically just by adjusting what stance you're in. That's why when we switch feet fast, because that helps you in firing out these techniques, okay? So everybody's got their left leg back. We're gonna do inside outside crescent kick with our left foot. So again, we're gonna want to end up where we started. So if I'm starting here, kick comes up, and right back to where I started. Okay? Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good job, everybody. Let's switch feet. And we switch feet fast. Okay, so we did both sides of the inside to outside crescent kick. Now we're going to do the exact opposite of that. We're going to do the outside to inside crescent kick, except we're going to do something a little bit different. So when we did inside to outside, we were working on balance, and we wanted to end up where we started. So I'm standing like this right now. I did my kick, and I landed right where I started. We're not going to do that on the outside to inside, okay? It just doesn't work that well, okay? So we're going to take our leg that's in back. I want you to focus on coming from here, from the outside to the inside, like that, okay? Now, when I do that, I want you to pay attention to my foot that's staying on the floor, okay? I want it to pivot as I kick for a couple of reasons. If I don't do that, if I keep my foot here and try to do that outside to inside, I can feel my knee twisting and a lot of load being put on that knee joint. And what's going to happen is I'm going to hurt myself over time. And the other thing is, I'm not going to get the power that I can get out of it, because this is keeping me from really driving that in. Now, if I pivot my leg when I do it, I make a lot more power because I've turned, and I've taken away any kind of risk of injury. So an example of how to do this kick, or why you would do this kick in a sparring match, or if you have to defend yourself, we talked about that open and closed stance. This is best if you're in a closed stance, okay? So that means this guy here, he's facing that way, I'm facing this way. So what I would do is I would probably set up with a couple of punches, and then bring this up and bring it around to the back of his head. Right there, right? That's how you would use that kick, or what you would use it for. So it would be like 1, 2, and then the way we are going to land, I'd be here, I'd be ready to fire one shot off, if I wanted to, okay? So let's start off with our right foot back. Hands are going to be up. We're going to take this leg, and we're going to just swing it straight up and here, okay? And then we're going to hold that for a second, and then we're going to come back to our fighting stance. If we had a big long room, and we could go up and down, I would be going 1, 2, 3, but we don't have that, a lot of us. I'm in a little small room, and you folks in your house, so that's why we're going to go do our kick, land, hold it for a second, and then come back to the same place you started, okay? So everybody ready? 1, hold it, back. 2, hold it, and back. 3, hold it, and back. 4, hold it, and back. 5, hold it, and back. 6, hold it, and back. 7, hold it, and back. 8, hold it, and back. 9, hold it, and back. And 10, last one, make it the best one. Hold it, and back. So now we're back. Switching fast, okay? So now we're going to do that same kick with our left leg. Everybody doing good? Keeping up the speed? Making sense? I hope so. Okay, great. Okay, so now left leg is back. I'm going to go from the outside to the inside. So again, watch my foot that stays on the floor. It's going to come and pivot, and I'm going to come fighting stance. I'm going to hold that for a second. Put my foot back where I started, fighting stance. Everybody got that? Great. Okay, so left foot is back, hands are up. Outside to inside crescent kick. Left leg. 1. Hold it and back. 2. Hold it and back. 3. Hold it and back. 4. Hold it and back. 5. Hold it and back. 6. Hold it and back. What number are we on? 8. If it's 8, it is now. 8. Hold it and back. 9. Hold it and back. 10. Hold it and back. Okay, switch feet, everybody. Good job. Okay, so now we've done axe kicks. We've done inside to outside. We've done outside to inside. So now we're going to do something easy that we do all the time, which is a front kick. Okay, so we typically start off with our back leg for this, right? And we bring it up, we chamber it, we kick, and we bring it back. Okay, so I want you to focus on pulling your toes back and hitting with the ball of your foot right here, pushing this in. And I was talking about one of the other classes, a lot of times when we kick these pads here, everybody kicks them with the top of their foot because it makes a lot of noise. So, but if I'm kicking up, the only thing that's good for is a low kick. Okay? If I want to hit a target in the stomach, which is where I want to go, I want it to be more like a pushing kick. So I want to chamber it up and push it out. Okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So again, focus on good technique because we want to land where we started. Okay? So left, right foot's back, left leg's in front, right leg is going to kick. Hands are up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch feet, we switch feet fast, right? So our left foot's in the back, right foot's in the front, left leg is going to kick. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we switch feet. We switch feet fast, okay? Okay, so now we don't have a whole lot of time left, so I want to work on 2 kicks, but I want to do them off the front leg, not the back leg. Okay, we worked on these on Monday, but I want to work on them again a little bit, okay? So the first one we're going to work on is the front leg roundhouse kick. So rather than coming from the back and coming all the way this way, I'm simply going to take my front leg, I'm going to chamber it up, kick, chamber back down, and vice versa. So it's going to look kind of like this, and down, okay? It's quick, okay? So typically we would do this, again, if we were at a sparring match, I would throw this low just to set my opponent up to block that, okay? So if I throw this at the stomach, chances are my opponent doesn't want to get hit in the stomach, so they're going to block. Maybe they leave their head open, so I can come over here, punches, and then after punches, I can do roundhouse kicks. I can do a lot of different things from that, okay? So Right now, I just want to break it down one piece at a time. So I want you to put, we always start off with the right foot back. The right foot's back, so it means we're going to kick with our left leg first, okay? So it's just going to come up, chamber, kick, re-chamber, and back down. So that re-chamber is really important, okay? So we're going to chamber, kick, bring it back, and then down. So if we don't do that, that means we don't have good control of our body, right? So if I just come up here to put it down, my whole body's coming down. Again, I'm opening myself up to my opponent. So we want to make sure we do a good technique and down, okay? Everybody ready? Right foot is back means the left foot is kicking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, another important thing when we're doing this kick, it doesn't kick for a second, okay? So what I want to do is I want to get my hip in this kick, okay? So there's more parts than just the kicking leg. So watch this foot. Don't watch my kicking leg. See how I turn that way? That's how I get more power out of that kick if I want power out of it. I get my hip in it. And then down, okay? So I know it's a lot of moving parts, just try the best you can. Main focus is we want to get it up there, kick it, re-chamber it, put it down. If you can get this in right now, that's great. If not, we'll work on it as we go. Okay, everybody's ready with their left foot back, right leg forward, because their right leg's going to kick. Okay, so everybody ready? Good fighting stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over the top on that one, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great job, everybody. Okay, so now we're going to move on to side kick. Okay, and we're going to do front leg side kick too. And yeah, we talked about it on Monday, but I really want to keep talking to you about it so it really makes sense, okay? Roundhouse kick, chambers here. Just like that hinge we're talking about with the door with the back fist, it chambers, whips out and comes back. Side kick comes here and then pushes and then comes back. So again, watch my foot that's not kicking. I'm going to chamber, and as I push it out, I'm going to rotate this leg and foot going that way. That's what's going to give me my power, okay? So we're facing the bag. We start off with our right foot back. I'm going to start off with my left foot back so I can see you guys, okay, so you can see me better. So we're going to pick our leg up, chamber it, kick, re-chamber it, put it down. So it's going to look like this. Everybody understand that? Push. Okay, so we'll do a little experiment here. I'm not going to kick this far. When you saw that we did that roundhouse kick, this bag didn't move very much at all, okay? Now I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to kick this bag very hard at all. I'm just going to kick it just hard enough to do a good technique. And you're going to see if I do it right, this bag's going to keep moving around. And it's going to probably end up over by the wall by the time we do both legs. Okay, so everybody's ready, their hands are up. Right leg's going to kick, left leg's going to kick first for you guys. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. See, it's against the wall. Now, I was not really putting much power into that at all. So A lot of times, if somebody wants to attack you, we talked about this on Monday, they're going to come after you because you don't want to fight. You're trying to avoid a fight. And a lot of times when people come in, they're mad, they want to hurt you, they swing. And a lot of people just don't know how to fight. So they'll come in just swinging away because most people want to try to punch you in the face, okay? So this kick is perfect for that. Somebody's charging in on you. All I have to do is just real quick and down, okay? And if I hit it right, my foot's facing this way, right? So I can go and just be running if I wanted to. So that's why this is one of my favorite kicks because I can use it as a defensive move. I don't have to be attacking somebody. I can wait for somebody to attack me and then just shoot that kick out, okay? So everybody's gonna do switch legs. And this is gonna be our last kick right here. We're out of time. So we did kicks the last two classes a lot. Monday, come back, and we're gonna work on blocks, okay? And pretty much the whole class on blocks. And I really need you guys to get blocks down so we can move up to the next belt. Okay? So, everybody ready for this? Everybody switch feet. We're just gonna pick that leg straight up, chamber it, kick, re-chamber it, and down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last one, make it the best. Okay, great job, everybody. So on Monday, come back, and I want to focus on doing blocks. A couple classes ago, we focused on doing walking stance with a down block, forward stance with a down block, walking stance with a high block, walking stance with a forward stance, okay? And then we did inside, outside, middle, outside, inside, middle, and I did too much at one time. I think I confused a lot of you. So Monday, we'll break them down into smaller pieces, okay? So thanks for showing up today. Great class. Looking forward to seeing you all on Monday. So have a great weekend. Thank you.